This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute professional advice, including but not limited to legal, medical, or financial advice. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the cast and our guests is, with no guarantees of accuracy, completeness, or timeliness. The opinions expressed by the hosts and guests on this podcast are their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the production network.
Under Detroit skies, we roam so free, two souls bound by fate and mystery, cousins by blood, but deeper we go, secret world only we know, whispers in the night, they call us near, voices from the past, crystal clear, we're tuned to the stars, we're hearing the song, clairvoyant hearts, where we belong, Marcus and Osa, in the glow of the night, dancing with spirits, bathing in light, real estate by day, dreams by the moon, selling homes while hearing the tune. Osa sees visions, her eyes like fire. Marcus builds bridges, lifting us higher. Guided by the wind, the rhythm flows through hidden realms where only we go. We're tuned to the stars, we're hearing this song, clairvoyant hearts, where we belong. Marcus and Osa, in the glow of the night, dancing with spirits, bathing in light. Under Detroit skies, we roam so free, two souls bound by fate and mystery, cousins by blood, but deeper we go, secret world only we know, whispers in the night, they call us near, voices from the past, crystal clear, we're tuned to the stars, we're hearing the song, clairvoyant hearts, where we belong, Marcus and Osa, in the glow of the night,
Wrong player.
dancing with spirits, bathing in light.
I'm up here doing a whole music video.
Me too. I started to do yeah.
Okay. What's up, everybody? My name's Marcus.
And I am Osa.
Osa, the cousin. We are the cousins in the cosmos. Welcome back to another episode of what we're going to call Psychic Kids.
Yes.
This is going to get kind of deep, but I'm kind of ready for that, you know?
I'm here for it. It's time. It's a new lunar year. We just had an eclipse happen. It's time to jump into action, embrace that shift, go full forward with fire energy, and this is about to bring that heat. Okay.
Wait a minute. You look nice.
Thank you.
What you got on? What you doing? Where you finna go?
Oh, I'm just feeling, you got to show up how you want to feel,
I
So,
see.
yeah.
I feel underdressed.
Uh,
I'm normally shirt and tie or something. I got on a little polo, and you like dapper, like
Yeah.
fine.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah. How was your last week?
My last week was very good actually. I had some reading, some work to do, but what really
Oh,
stood out for me was my inner work that I was able to do. I know I probably talk about my inner work all the time. I'm so big
no,
on
no,
doing
no. I
my
want to know about the readings. Care to share?
well, they were regular clients, so
Okay.
kind of catching them up on what they needed to hear.
Mhm.
Yeah, realigning them with their path, confirming some things that happened recently, and it's like everybody is in this energy of isolation and
Mhm.
reflection. So like that's been like the real theme. And everybody about to jump and like start something new. So it's been exciting just seeing that correlation with everybody. You know.
Okay. I had one regular client and I had a new client.
Oh, nice. Shout
But
out to yeah.
yeah, I was kind of intrigued and excited. So I
Okay.
haven't been doing a lot of readings, but I've been doing way more than I used to. I went at one point. I went like months with no readings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I told you about that. Yeah. So interestingly enough, we talked about love and dating and relationships and stuff, and then I'm like, why did it kind of coincide that we're talking about kids these days? This next episode now, like, because you know what happens when people get together and they smush, 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 they make babies.
Have babies.
So,
Yes.
what about talented kids and talented babies? I don't know. I heard on a TV show once that you're not supposed to say kids because kids are
Yeah.
baby adults. But I've been saying kids all my life, so it's a hard habit to break.
Yeah. I've kind of broken the habit, but I don't get too focused on the actual words anymore because it's all about the vibration,
So,
honestly. So,
now, have you heard of Chip Coffee?
I have not.
Chip Coffee is a phenomenal psychic,
Okay.
phenomenal dude.
Mhm.
Um, I've known him for years. I don't not know him like we hang out, but I've met him. I've seen his. He had a TV show called Psychic Kids,
Okay.
and the interesting thing is the show had like a couple of good seasons. And so doing research for this episode, I learned that he left the show, and I got a clip coming up afterwards. Like when we get into the meat of it in the next segment after the commercials,
Hmm.
I'm gonna kind of show that and explain why he left the show because I
Okay.
didn't know. I just thought the show just ended.
Yeah, I
But
never heard of the show, but I guess I'm.
yeah,
You
psychic kids. So what Chip used to do, he like I said, phenomenal psychic. The man is amazing.
know.
I went to a book signing he had here in Atlanta, and come to
Mhm.
find out he lives in the next city from where I live.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm not going to tell his location, but I live in Georgia, so he's
Okay.
nearby. He's like
Okay.
the next city over, and one of the next city overs. I ain't gonna tell you which direction,
Uh,
but
right. Right. Right.
older guy, glasses. But when I say powerful, like
Mm.
his aura, his energy, everything. This was when I knew I was clairvoyant, but I hadn't wrote my book yet. I hadn't done a lot of readings and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and I was surprised with a ticket to go to his book signing and meet and greet.
Hmm.
And he did a live reading with the audience. And the last person
Okay.
he read was guess who?
It was you, huh?
It was me.
The last one too. That was nice.
Yeah, because he had walked, no, not walked, but he's like sat at the front and he would kind of look through and he was just going wherever he was guided to go. And
Mm.
he read everybody. And it was this Hispanic lady. She was really nice. I think we were friends on Facebook and we had the same birthday
Mm.
date, the 23rd of September. And
Okay.
she and I became pretty cool and started talking. And so when he started looking towards our direction, she looked at me and she's like, he's about to read you. And I was like, no, he's not. He's going to read everybody else. I'm not going to get no reading. And then he looked at me and he was like, you. I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, what's with that? But,
Yeah.
okay. So whenever I got in readings that were like really, really good,
Hmm.
I noticed that the feeling I get is like a feeling of the room getting heavy. The air in the room gets very heavy, and I
Hmm.
almost feel like I'm being pushed down.
Hmm.
That's when I know whoever's talking to me is the real deal.
Hmm. That's
And rather, yeah, that's my experience. I don't know why. Whenever I've gotten a reading and it was something that was powerful or something when they like blew my mind or done the things to me that I've done to other people, I
mm-hmm.
feel it that way. It's almost like the room gets heavy and I get pushed down. Like the air
It's like
gets
the
thick.
energy, like it's trying to integrate or something. That's what I'm picking.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
almost like enveloping, pushing down, or whatever. I don't know what to call it, the spirit, the energy, the universe. I don't know what to call that. But as soon as he looked at me and was like, "Yes, you," and I was like, "Oh no!" And then the room got real heavy and thick. And one of the first things he mentioned was, he said, "You have a gift of your own," and he said, "You got a long way to go." He said, "You're gonna live with that gift for the rest of your life." He said, "But you're gonna bless a lot of people with it." I went,
Mm.
and then he kept
That's what
doing
they
this. He kept touching his glasses. He said, "You got those special glasses." That was his way of saying clairvoyant. I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh," but we talked. We took a picture together afterwards because I got the full meet and greet, special. I don't know how much it costs. Girlfriend sent me at the time, so I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what it, and of course she would never tell me. So um, that was like really fun and a good experience. But Chip Coffee, I think the last time I checked, he was charging like $600 an hour to do a reading with him, and he was booked.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, booked,
yeah.
booked and busy booked. He
Yes.
was getting shmoney,
Okay.
but his TV show Psychic Kids was really good, and it sucked me in because he was meeting these young children and these young teenagers, preteen kids that were
Mm-hmm.
gifted, and I mean they were really gifted, like us, gifted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he would train them and teach them how to open up their gift. He would talk to them and try to figure out what their thing was, whether
Mm-hmm.
they were clairaudience, clairvoyant, clairsentient, feelings and emotions, or
Mm-hmm.
clairgustance, smell,
Mm-hmm.
taste, or what's the other one? Touch, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So these kids were all different types of kids. I got a clip from that show too. After we come back from the first commercial break, but
Okay, good.
yeah, I want you to see like, okay, what happened. I'm gonna show the clip when we come back from commercial. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
show the clip of the show, and so basically, he did like 2 seasons of the show, and
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden, he was replaced
Okay.
by somebody else, and she was like, "I'm a psychic," and she was working with the kids, and so I never knew what happened because after Chip left the show kind of like
Yeah.
went down.
Mm.
But I got a second clip that I'm gonna show that kind of explains what happened to him. But
Okay.
let's talk about the psychic kids that we know of.
Well, before we get into that, I want the audience and everybody just to think about the child that you used to be, right? So, like,
Hmm.
were you a child that felt everything in the room? Were you a child that had an imaginary friend? Were you a child that was told that you're too sensitive, you're too dramatic, or that's just your imagination?
Right.
Just throwing it off.
Yeah.
Um, so
What
all of
type?
us
What
our
type of
kids
you?
was I was the sensitive child. I was the it's not that serious, or that's just your
Oh,
imagination type thing. Like that ain't
okay.
happened. Like I was kind of dismissed. And
Yeah.
I had to do a lot of inner work to break down those barriers that I
Okay.
developed because I wasn't actually believed as much.
Hmm.
So, yeah, like when I say this inner work is real, because you develop a whole nother pattern, and then that gift lies dormant up underneath because it was never cultivated, it was never given a room to express itself. And that's why I'm so passionate about psychic children or children that's gifted, because we have to be able to hold that container for them, and let them know that it's okay and be gentle with them, so that they can truly stand in their power and they don't forget it or just let it go to waste.
Got it.
But yes, down to the psychic kids that we have, in our family and around us. Um, it's so scary now even talking about it, because I've been going down a rabbit hole with just how children have been just a highlight in the media right now about
Yeah.
what's going on with kids. I don't even know if I want to exploit my daughter like that no more, but my daughter is gifted.
Right.
She has sat in my readings as a lap baby, and she's pulled cards that were right on point.
Mm-hmm.
All on her own. I've seen her take energy off of people, and just take their emotions and throw it.
Mm-hmm.
She can read people energy. She can tell when somebody energy is off. Like she'll automatically react. And this was like at 8 months, just like a
Right.
no, and it's like, oh yeah, like she knows something about that person because I
Yeah.
know. But yeah, we have so many gifted kids in our family, though.
Yeah. I have a gift of holding a baby and telling if can tell if they have a gift. I don't know what the specific gift is, but I know that they're like me. In other words,
Mm-hmm.
I've done it holding my nephew. I've done it holding little cousins and certain one. Not every child. But even like strangers, when I hold other babies and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell which child has a gift. So I have that energy that flows through my body, that electricity, tingly feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a kid holds your finger and they do that,
Mm-hmm.
and I send that energy into that finger,
That's
they
shot.
either they jump or get shocked from it. Yeah, they
Mhm.
feel that type of jump, and I'm like, what is that? So okay, that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But it's a good gift to have because it helps me determine what's going on. Oh Lord, we got the gifts. All right, let's take a quick break, y'all. Remember, cousinsinthecosmos.com. We're gonna pay a couple of bills, do some commercials. Cousinsinthecosmos.com, Instagram, Facebook,
Six
uh, TikTok,
Spotify. Yeah.
Spotify,
All that good
Apple
stuff.
Podcasts, all that good stuff. We'll see y'all in a few minutes.
See you in a minute.
We roam so free, two souls bound by fate and mystery. Cousins by blood. But deeper we go, we're tuned to the stars. We're hearing this song, clairvoyant hearts, where we belong. Marcus and Osa in the club.
That's Nice. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into this psychic quiz. What are you about to say before the break?
Well, I just wanna since we're talking about psychic kids, just giving signs of a psychic kid or
Yeah.
child. I know
Okay.
everybody don't like using the word kid. Um, so you can, add in with me what you'd
Okay.
like to the sign, but I would say children that are highly sensitive to environments.
Mm-hmm.
Um, children who have vivid dreams. Children
Mm-hmm.
who see or sense things that other people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Children with strong gut feelings or a very deep empathy. Children who talk about past lives and have a past life remembrance.
Yes.
And then children who have fear of like certain spaces or situations, but they don't know why.
That's a
You
good
know,
one. I
yeah.
got I think there's two more.
Go ahead.
People, not people, children who
Mhm.
have imaginary friends
Yes,
and children that experience a lot of deja vu.
yes, yes.
I was a deja vu kid, and I didn't have an imaginary friend, but my imagination was all over the place. It
Mm,
was like I played in my head as a kid up until I was probably 14 or 15,
okay.
and I
Yeah.
had all kind of stuff, superpowers. I imagined stuff and mind control and comic books. I grew up on X-Men, so everything I grew up on was like living a superhero life, but
Hmm.
as a black kid from Detroit, basically.
You know,
Um,
this with myself as a child, it wasn't necessarily psychic, but it's a gift. I will always like cleanse my hands or like pull energy off my hands and go through my fingers. And
mm,
I realized after I became a Reiki practitioner, that's part of the practices with removing energy. Like now that I'm
mm.
more in tune to it, but I used to always do that.
I used to always have like force fields,
Mm,
and I could create a barrier is what I called it. That was my
mhm.
code name, superhero name too, barrier. But I could create these fields between me and other people, and
Yes.
I remember being around other people that were sick, and I
Mm,
didn't get sick. I
mm,
remember being around people that had like negative energy or someone died and they were really sad, and I just didn't feel that because I was blocked and protected.
yes. That's
So
good.
I protected myself all the time, but I had deja vu so bad. It was horrible. I
See,
was
I
literally
don't
saying
recall.
stuff that I experienced and thought it was common knowledge or that it happened before. But
Hmm.
everybody around me was like, that did not happen. And then when it
Hmm.
happened in front of them, they were like, are you a precog? Like, what's going on?
Time traveling. Yeah, I didn't. I don't recall having deja vu until I was a teenager. I don't
Hmm.
recall it in my childhood, but
Oh,
definitely
I
seeing
know.
orbs of light like all
Okay.
the time.
There's something else we both probably had too.
Mm.
Did you astral travel? Astral plane?
Yes, I used to astral travel a whole lot when
Me
I was
too.
younger. Yeah, until I let fear get in the way, and then now that
Literally
yeah.
like came out of my body, flew over the house, and I was flying
Mhm.
all the time in my
Mhm.
dreams. I was a flyer. I flew everywhere,
Okay.
and I was flying, and I had force fields. That was my powers, I guess. But
So, well, explain astral travel. How would you explain that to someone who doesn't know?
so there's a child version that I knew growing
Mm-hmm.
up.
Mm-hmm.
There's an adult version. So the child version was um, when I went to sleep or when I was laying down, I could imagine my spirit kind of separating from my body.
Mm-hmm.
And as the spirit separated, I would go up through the ceiling into the upstairs and I would look around upstairs and see who was up there and be nosy. I could tell what piece of paper was on the table, stuff like that. And then I would go through the roof and be above the house and I could look and see the field where the other kids were playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I could just like fly towards the McDonald's down the street,
Mm-hmm.
and I always knew that I had to get back to my body before I woke up.
Mm-hmm. So,
And so
did you feel or see your etheric cord that was
no,
connected? No. Okay.
never saw it. I felt it, but I didn't
Okay.
see it. I
Okay.
knew it was there or something, but I've learned about the cord as an adult.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I would go back to my body, I would literally like sit and lay down on top of myself, and then my spirit would merge back with my body, and then I would open my eyes, and I would be like, okay, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
And the weird thing is like going upstairs in spirit
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that there was a piece of paper on the table. I could holler upstairs and tell your mom, like get that paper off the table, and she would like, well, when did you sneak up here? And I'd be like, I don't know, but I was traveling.
Yeah.
As an adult, I learned way more about it. I learned that from psychic development class
Mm-hmm.
that that's the way that your spirit communicates with your ancestors, with your spirit guides. When you
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep, your spirit naturally goes up above the house, meet
Mm-hmm.
them, they all have a conversation, and it's like a download. And then when
Mm-hmm.
you go back to your body before you wake up, you know these things, you
All
say
the
these things, you
information.
feel these things because it's in
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the adult version of it. Astral plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. We could keep that.
Okay. I
My
like it.
answer definition is very similar.
Oh, is there
Um,
anything?
um, not really. For me, my journey happened spontaneously. So like when I was having my travels, it was done with friends, but like it was this just exploration. So it's kind of like having an out of body experience where you
Okay.
just, I'm able to look at myself. I'm able to, whoever I'm thinking about, I could go and travel to their home and see them and they set up.
Mm,
Um, yeah, and it's just like this, just floating above, like seeing everything as I'm flying.
okay.
Yeah. And I could do that. I could still be conscious. Like I was able to like just sit on my couch and honestly be high. I smoke a little weed. And I don't know if I
Okay.
can say that if we could have to break that out, but I was able to astral travel in those spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever tried it drinking or high or nothing. I don't really get high, but
Yeah.
um,
But definitely in your dream state, it happens more often than
Yeah,
not, which
I
is
was
the
definitely a dreamer. I was a dreamer.
yeah.
I'm more of a visionary now, but I think
Mhm.
that's in the Bible that young children, young people have dreams, and the older ones have visions or something like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm definitely in the older category now. So,
Seasoned.
so yeah,
But yeah,
let's
tell
get
us about the clips that you have for us.
okay. So basically, the first clip I'm about to play is about the TV show Psychic Kids. Now, keep in mind, this was after Chip Coffey was parted from the show. Basically, this is some lady that came in as his replacement. But the
Oh,
same thing that the lady's doing with these kids is what Chip did, and he was a big mentor to them. Like they really looked up to him. Like I said, the show kind of went downhill after he left. So
okay. Hmm.
let me show you this clip, and let me play that right now, and then we'll talk more about it after we play it.
Okay.
Communicate with spirit energies. If I'm dealing with a negative spirit, I become very emotional, very depressed.
As a little boy, Travis, he had a smile that people couldn't, resist. People called him smiley eyes and all that kind of stuff. But
Mhm.
that changed when Travis experienced ghosts and spirits and stuff like that.
There's been times where they'll walk around, my bed, and I can actually feel it lay by me.
He would have these night terrors where he would just wake up screaming, but he wasn't just screaming, he was screaming at something, telling them to get out of here, just get out. That was the time that was really like, wow, he's seeing something there.
Welcome. My name's Tom Shamshak. I'm the program director of the Certificate in Professional Investigation here at Boston University. We teach people how to become private investigators.
Now check this out.
Here is Michelle Rosemarin. And Michelle Rosemarin is a psychic.
I'll be leading you through some exercises to help develop clues, which is what we do. We're really reading energy very simply and working with law enforcement to develop those clues and help to solve the case.
And then tomorrow, you'll be in the field. I'll be out there with you. We have to go out to the scene and try to intuitively figure out what were the dynamics. Why did this person go missing? At this point, I would like to hand you some material to begin this missing persons investigation. This is a real world case. Charlie Allen Jr. has been missing since October 2007. We need your help to assist us in this disappearance. Let's get to work.
Pick up whatever object you're drawn to and kind of start feeling it, open it up, scrumple it, because there may be some energy in there that has to be released yet. I want you to try something. Pick up the picture. I want you to stare into the eyes and connect with them. Try to become part of his consciousness. Let your mind meld into his. You want to see what he sees.
Step back if it's too intense.
No, it's not too intense.
Okay.
This is good.
The sense that I'm feeling is where he was last seen was a big grassy field, high weeds, very high grass.
A tree, trunk of a tree. He's looking up the trunk of a tree. A gravel path.
Do you know how he got there?
Keep saying stupid mistake. It was a stupid mistake.
Police officers tracked Charlie to this vicinity.
Do you feel anything right here?
He's running away from someone.
Okay.
He's just scared.
Okay. So do you want to walk that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head over there. Oh, here's the gravel path. Let's walk
Why don't
up.
you guys walk up there?
She said it.
Was this rope here all this whole time? I can almost see him touching
where
this. Like,
there have been cars
What
that
about
go through
feeling
here.
this? What about feeling this actually and seeing? What do you feel?
He came in diagonal, grabbed this, looked around, noticed there was an opening where somebody could see him, and he ran that way.
That's crazy.
Start putting puzzle pieces together of what you're getting walking down here.
Oh, whoa. I'm getting a headache right here.
Could that be?
I'm thinking he might have hit his head on something.
And look for something that you saw in your mind when you
Okay, this
had
is the
those
tree.
images.
Exactly, the tree.
This one
Okay.
right here.
I'm feeling like he was unconscious here or something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he actually like stayed here for a while.
Yeah.
So where do you think, what direction next?
I'm feeling more towards that way. Almost like getting pulled.
Okay, so
That
go there.
way.
Let's follow you.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh,
That's
this
it.
is it.
A field.
That's it. There's a big field right there with long.
He said there's tall grass.
This is exactly,
Look up.
this is,
I'm getting chills right now, guys.
Yeah, I did too.
So this is what you saw.
this area is
I don't think
exactly-
this was searched at all.
No way. I guarantee you will find something here.
So now there's a couple things I want to explain that you saw in that video clip.
Okay, because something slid off for sure. But go ahead.
Yeah, when they handed the kids, the two kids, the boy and the girl, the items, and they picked it up and they were getting energy off of that, that's called psychometry.
Okay.
So in psychometry, when you touch an item that belonged to a person, you kind of pick up the energy off of it. It's really hard, in my opinion, to do it from like clothes and cotton, soft stuff. But jewelry or watches or something electronic that touch the person's skin, you can get really good energy off of it. It was kind of cool how they did that. See, for me, they could have just gave me his name. I didn't need the picture. But you notice when they gave them the items, they did it separately. They were not there at the same time.
Yeah,
So
I think that.
yeah, they were given the same information, but not feeding off of each other.
Yes, which was
Yep.
necessary.
And so I liked the show a lot. It was like
The part that was real key to me, and that first stood out was when they first made it to the land, and the psychic woman that was there, she asked her, "What do you feel? You know, just tell me what you feel." And like that's the key to like truly tapping into your gift. Like it's about what you feel without rationalizing it within the mind. And they went straight to work with it.
They did. They both of them did really good.
Yeah.
And that was two of the kids. I think they did like 3 or 4 seasons. Now,
Okay.
me personally, I liked it so much more when Chip Coffee was on it.
Yeah, I got to check out his episodes because now I'm interested.
Yeah, go back and check it out. I think it's on one of the streaming networks now for free. I believe, and I think it used to be on YouTube, but I don't know if they still show it on YouTube or not. But I do have a clip from Chip Coffee because I never knew until I was researching for this episode why he left the show or what happened. And this is going to bring up something we kind of discussed with the brothers before.
Okay.
Let me play the clip first, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah, this is the Chip Coffee clip. Hold on.
And the deal is that anytime a gay man works with children, there's going to be those narrow-minded, ignorant SOBs that are out there. They're going to say nasty things about that.
What a
And
world.
some of those things were said about me to the point to where I had to get my lawyer involved. Speaking of my lawyer,
Oh my God.
I got called a pedophile. And for that reason, I don't want to even risk.
I don't believe you.
I don't want to risk.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know that. I would have never.
You know, nothing can be further from the truth. Anyone that would harm a child, an animal, or an old person, I think that they should be drawn and quartered. So, you know, at first I was angry or heard about it, then I was angry about it.
Oh, jeez.
And then my lawyer basically said, show me who's saying this and I'll take care of it. But I mean, once that's out there, it's a horrendous thing to say about somebody. And, you know, I don't want to put myself through that again. I'm a gay man, surprised.
Yeah. So I hate to say it, but yeah, I don't know if it was money involved. They wasn't paying the man what he was supposed to get paid. whatever. He's never been in the closet. He's always been out the closet gay. He's a gay man, like you said. He was like, hello. And it
Right.
was never an issue. And people still lined up to get readings from him. He's a phenomenal guy. But on that show, I feel like they just wanted to get rid of him. Or they didn't want to pay him the money that he kind of took them up. Their ratings skyrocketed once they saw he was a part of the show.
I'm sure he had great exposure because I mean, of course, if the ratings had skyrocketed, he had a strong and far reach.
Now remember, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna kind of change it and shift it a little bit, but like it just put me in the mind of like what's going on again in the media right now, and like Michael Jackson has been resurfacing a lot lately because of the Epstein files that has come out, and they were saying how pretty much he was there to protect the children and the women, and because he spoke out on it, he made music about it. You know, he made sure that it was in an imagery of children, even when he performed at the stadium. The kids, you know, all it, you know, everything was about supporting the children, and they tried to instantly turn it on him as if he was a pedophile.
Exactly.
And he was a monster, and it was furthest from the truth. So I think it has something to do with like liberating children in that type of light. You know, you're gonna automatically be, you know, you're a target after that.
Yeah. Now, remember we were on doing a show with the brothers, and our good brother Antavia said one time, if you ever want to put somebody in risk of losing their career or get them in trouble through the media, you either I've said it before, you accuse them of rape, even if they haven't done it. And just the word getting out there that they're a rapist or a child molester or something like that, and you can like ruin a person's reputation, true or not. You know, it's kind of effed up that it is like that. And I'm trying to see if I get the phrase right. I forgot how Octavia said it. Don't ever get caught with a dead girl or a live boy. Yeah, dead girl or a live boy. If you caught with a dead girl and she dead for whatever reason, it's gonna be bad for you. If you caught with a live boy, oh boy, your career is kaput.
Bad.
And look what they did to Michael Jackson. They made him a pedophile. They said they brought people forward with money and said sue him and see if you can get his bread and get him in trouble. All of a sudden he's a pedophile. He's not a musical genius no more.
Yeah.
When kids were coming to stay at his Neverland, it was like, don't do that because he molesting the kids. And Macaulay Culkin just last week came out and said Michael never did anything like that. If anything, he protected them from them Epstein MFers. And
the truth is coming out.
The truth is coming out. And Epstein and the Orange Turd, they was running amok, just tearing people up. I got that from Aunt JJ. Thank you, Aunt JJ. But yeah, that's crazy how the truth kind of comes out. They say the truth always comes to light, you know, but it's sad.
Enlightenment. We in the age of Aquarius, so things are supposed to come to the light right now, and that's why it's such a beautiful time to be alive.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Chip because it's like that show was blasting off. It was their ratings went through the roof, and then all of a sudden, I think it was because of money or whatever the case may be. They called him a pedophile, like he said, and he was like, that could be no further from the truth than to say that about him. He was like, that's. You know, kids are absolutely safe around him. He said that's the last thing you do is harm a child, an animal, or an older person. You know.
Yeah.
And it's sad. I hate that because these kids,
out about it.
The kids need to be protected. They really do.
They do. It's actually sad and scary at the same time.
Yeah.
For people to tarnish their character.
Yeah. Now I do have one more clip.
Okay.
That I want to share, and that clip is kind of like talking about past lives. So you know how a lot of kids say, "I was here before. I remember this. I don't know why I know this, but they feel like they come back to be birthed by the same woman or a different woman in a different lifetime, stuff like that." this kind of gives like a little clip of that when it comes to this. Isn't not from Psychic Kids. This is, I think, from TikTok or one of those other websites.
Kids who remember their past lives. Sam Taylor is a boy who was born shortly after his grandfather passed away, and in his first year he already had memories of his grandfather's life. He even said to his father, "I remember when I used to change your diapers," when Sam's father was changing his. Shanae is a boy who was born with 2 birthmarks on his head. From the age of 3, he started having memories of his past life as a teacher, who was killed by a gunshot to the head.
Now, what's interesting about that is basically, I saw another story like this, but it was way more in depth. In this story I saw, there was a young girl who told her mother that she was from another country. She was like Malaysian or something like that. And she said it for years. "I'm from Malaysia. My name is such and such. I was murdered by a bad man who came to my village or neighborhood," whatever she called it. And she kept saying that. And she said, "I know the young man that murdered me. He's still there." And she literally said, you know, "I came back." And she said, "I came back here. I didn't come back in that country." And her mom heard her talk about this for years. She would not let it go. She would not forget about it or move on or whatever. And so finally, she pulled out a map and started showing her different cities and different parts of Malaysia. And the girl went right up to the map and pointed to this town and said, "That's where I'm from." And she took her daughter to that village or whatever it was. It wasn't far from the airport. And she had a taxi take her there. And she literally said, "Stop right here." She got out the taxi. The little girl walked up to a house, knocked on a door, and saw an older woman there, well, older than her mom. And she said, "Do you remember me?" She said, "Is my husband still here?" And she said something like that. And this older guy comes out and greets her, and she walks up to him and she was like, "My husband, I missed you. I haven't seen you in so long." And this little girl was like maybe 9 or 10. And she called this older guy her husband. And he was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "My wife died, you know, about 11 years ago." And she said, "I know. Her name was such and such. That's me." And she talks to this man like she's his wife and had this whole conversation with him. And then he started crying and was like, and he told the lady, you know, the girl's mom, he was like, what's going on here? Like, I feel like this is a prank or something. And she said, "My daughter has been saying this all her life. She literally brought me here, brought me to this house. And she says that she's your wife reincarnated." And then he said, "How did my wife die?" The little girl said, "The young man from down the street, he murdered me." And the husband grabbed his mouth and he said, "What's his name?" And then she went outside the house and pointed down the street, said the man's name, and he was still living there down the street, literally. And the boy saw her, the girl, and heard the girl talking, and she accused him of everything, and he started crying, and he confessed that he killed her.
That's the way to get justice. Like, I'm gonna come back and get you, sucker.
For another whole lifetime. That's crazy.
Yeah. You ain't gonna forget me. That's powerful. I think I might have mentioned on our first season about the little black boy who remembered that he was this older black woman, like in his 40s, a 40-year-old black woman, and he died in a house fire in Chicago. It was actually an apartment fire. And like the family didn't believe him and stuff at first. And then they just started doing research because he wouldn't let it go. Like he was so he had details galore. And they end up doing research and found a newspaper clip of the woman that passed in the house fire. Same name, everything.
Yeah, September 11th, 9/11. There are a lot of children.
I seen that too. That reincarnated and remembered dying.
They remember the airplane crashing into the building. They remember jumping and dying on the way down and hitting stuff, and smoke inhalation, and all types of stories about 9/11 and reincarnation.
So with spirits like that, I think that those were spirits who were still earthbound. Like they weren't ready to go. That death wasn't part of their contract. and like
Yeah,
they roam to find a open vessel to come through. I
I
mean, 'cause
believe that.
either you're gonna pull the spirit from the earth realm, or you're gonna get a spirit that come back through the universe.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be a spirit. We're getting a second chance. However,
that's crazy how I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. This is
yeah,
weird.
because it's real.
Yeah, it's
Real life.
crazy. That's weird. I've never really done readings that dealt with reincarnation. I don't really get that.
I'm
Um,
with you.
yeah, I want to find somebody that does like past life because I think I got a few past lives I want to talk about and everything too. But before we wrap up this episode, which is getting real juicy,
Yeah.
we're gonna take another commercial break. But everybody, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow. We're getting a lot of people signing up for our mailing list. We're going to start emailing you guys. Next week, we're having our season finale, and we're going to do some live readings on the air. So if you're interested, make sure you let us know.
Yeah.
Send us some more emails. We can reach out to you guys, and we're going to draw names to see who's going to come.
And it might be you.
Hi guys, this is your girl Trina Braxton, a proud licensed real estate agent with Howell Luxury Group Realty. Since joining HLG, I've been able to realize that the real estate world is a different place, and HLG is an expert. Allow us to help you make your next home purchase one of the best decisions ever. You'll have your forever home, and HLG will have yet another satisfied client.
Peace, peace. Hi, everyone. I'm Osaranga. I am a spiritual healer, a doula, and a psychic reader. I would love to add you on as a client. Learn more about yourself and become enlightened about your past and or your future. With the tarot cards or just your hands, I can tap into who you are, what you've been up to, who you were in past lives, and who are the people that are most loved by you or love you that are no longer here amongst the living. That's what this gift is all about, you and your healing journey, placing your faith, your trust, and your focus on you. You deserve it. Visit me at cousinsinthecosmos.com and check out my list of services. Also, please remember to click the private message if you wish to schedule. I can't wait to work with you. Ashe.
Hey, I like that.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Got the whole song through the whole episode.
Yes. I like how that little ending was smooth with
Isn't
it.
that just dope?
Yes.
I
We
love
should have
that.
been felt that vibe.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. Like the whole flow, like the whole thing. Like TWF is eating tonight. Bam.
Ooh, that was sexy.
Right. I swear we recorded the whole video tonight.
Yes.
Oh, all right. Ready?
Well, welcome back, you all. So since
Welcome
we're back, I would like to talk about how we can support psychic kids.
Yes.
Okay, so this is something that's powerful for the parents that's in the audience to be able to use, and just to be able to identify a whole space for a child that may be gifted. Okay, so my first point is to ask questions. Do not dismiss. So children, they may say something that may not make sense to you. You may not see it. You may think that they are just making it up, but please ask questions without dismissing them. Okay. Yeah. Also stay calm. Okay. Don't be dramatic and don't make it dramatic. Just stay calm when they talking. Give them that safe space to be able to just flow with what they feeling. Because most of the time children will probably be scared too. Trying to, find a way to convey to you what they just experienced, what they saw, what they felt. So having a calm demeanor is very, very important. And I definitely try to do that with my child.
Yeah, it takes a lot for them to come forward and even speak on it because they might feel some certain type of way that, they're not going to be heard, or that they're going to be misunderstood, or someone's going to laugh at them or make fun of them.
or tell them that they, making it up, or using the word, "Oh, stop lying," like
Yeah.
that'll bruise a child quick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I just felt it myself. My heart just sunk. But this is a good one. I think that you can definitely relate to. But teaching them grounding.
Yeah, grounding is really good. I have to ground. I think I had to ground yesterday. Like I had to
Mhm.
literally get in my bare feet, go outside in my backyard, and walk in my grass barefoot.
Mhm. So yeah, just imagine parents teaching their children how to do that same thing.
Hmm.
Teaching them
And
just the
there's
one.
some good research too about grounding. Like they did like exams of people's like liver and their
Mm,
body organs after they grounded,
mm,
and you'd be surprised. Grounding really helps. If you never looked into it, y'all check it out. Look
yeah.
into it and see what the benefits are,
Yes.
and you will definitely learn some stuff about that.
Ashe. Another is teaching them emotional language.
Mm,
So how to identify what they're feeling.
yeah,
How to say, if they feel some anxiety, or they feel a little fear, or they feel a little sadness,
yeah,
um, giving them that space to be able to find a way to articulate that. Protect their nervous system. Okay, so
hmm,
again, just don't talk at them. Like, you have to really be gentle with children.
yeah.
It's so important. Again, I'm super passionate about that, and I'm learning how to teach my daughter different. So yeah, and it also, don't make their gift their identity.
Hmm.
And that's one that I read up on. So you don't want to actually label them, as saying, "Hey, like, you're a psychic," but just let them know
Yeah.
that what they're feeling is normal. It's okay. It's okay to
Hmm.
talk about it. You could talk to me about it. You know.
Man, I wish I had that growing up.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine how, how in tune we would be if we did cultivate that
Right.
at a young age.
You know who was a perfect example of that, or what we're describing right now?
What's who?
Our grandma.
She definitely,
She understood. She
definitely.
knew what to say. She always knew what to say. When I told her I was having dreams and visions and stuff like that, she always supported me and always told me, that's a gift, and don't be ashamed of it. You can talk to me about
Yes.
anything. And I mean, she was perfect, man.
I miss that lady for real, because she made,
Man.
yeah, even when I started, reading, I'm doing readings publicly. I
Hmm.
come home from, doing a day full of readings, and she asked me how my day was and what
Yeah.
my highlight of my day was. And I'm like, she the only person that's interested and that believe in me.
She was the
So
only person, literally the only person.
shout out Nathan May.
Shout
Well,
out. Ooh, you said May. She gonna get
Nathan
you.
May Walsh. My grandma did not like us saying her middle name. Um,
Right. She
but I
said
have to call on the ancestor in her full essence. Okay.
full essence gonna get your butt whooped.
Now listen, in the spirit realm.
I can hear it now. So watch it.
Watch it.
Watch it.
All right, but I guess it's time for.
Let's do some hey cuz questions.
Yeah.
Yo, it's hey cuz time. Marcus and Osa about to blow your mind. Questions flying, messages land, and deceased loved ones got the answers you're demanding.
We are too goofy, but okay. Listen, our inner child is definitely much so alive, if y'all can't tell. I haven't been able to tell since y'all been watching us.
It was definitely the goof troop for real. All
Yes.
right. I'm gonna rapid fire these.
Okay.
Now this is when it comes to psychic kids.
Okay.
You tell me your feeling, A or B. Do you provide safety for your psychic child, or do you provide a spotlight?
Oh, safety.
Safety,
Mhm.
definitely. It's got to be safety, because if you don't protect them and teach them what they're getting into, you kind of hurt them in the long run. Uh, let's see. Here's another one. Do you support them, or do you sensationalize them?
No, I would support them. Indeed.
Support. Yeah,
They
I
need
agree with that one
support.
too.
Yeah.
Now, do you call them psychic, or do you call them perceptive?
Hmm.
As a child,
I don't really use the word psychic too much. I would
me
say
neither.
that.
I'm not a big fan of it at all. I never never liked putting the word on myself either.
Yeah.
I tell people I'm clairvoyant, but I don't say I'm psychic.
Yeah, I would say like, oh, she tapped in, you know.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say gifted or they're sensitive,
Yeah.
something like that.
Really sensitive.
Okay. Do you call this, and this could be different for different people, do you call it memory or do you call it imagination? It could be a memory, past life situation thing,
It
or
could be both.
imagination or what they feel like the messages are that they're receiving.
Yeah.
So that one I see kind of going 50-50.
Yeah.
Here's another one. Validation or suggestion.
That's hard to say. I would say validation. I mean, if I was that child, I would want to be validated versus somebody giving me suggestions. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now going back to the clip we played earlier, should teens be assisting police investigators? Yes or no?
I think
Go ahead.
it's a lot of psychic adults that they can have assist versus preying on the children like that. I wouldn't say it's preying on them, but I wouldn't want to exploit that child like that.
Right. Now, I don't believe in exploiting either, but if a psychic teen is in your face and they're providing the information, you better get a pad and pen out and start writing.
Yeah, you better listen for sure.
Because you never know where that message is going to come from that's going to solve that situation or fix that missing person's case or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Now, I legally, we do have legal representation here. Police officers and detectives cannot say that they worked with a psychic to solve a crime or a case, I believe. But they can probably say we had sources or we had an informant or something like that. But as long as you get the evidence and the proof you need to solve the crime, I don't know how that would work out. But
yeah, I don't know, because I do know one of my mediumship teachers, she was working with the police department with some stuff, and I don't know how they actually word it, but I know that they do utilize gifted people.
Okay,
that's interesting.
It is. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up with that one, but I think that was some good questions. We got to go into wow, and after we do wow, we can get out of here, celebrate another week of success and everything. We're praying that your Friday is going good and everybody's going to do well. So after this wow, we will see you guys next week for season finale.
Yes.
All right, it's wow time.
Words of wisdom, soft and true. You'll find the stars that shine for you in the cosmos. Hearts collide, words of wisdom. Your cosmic guide.
After watching those clips, here's what I keep coming back to.
Okay.
Children are powerful. Their imaginations are powerful. Their perception is powerful. Their nervous systems are powerful. But power without protection can become pressure. Whether those teens working with the law enforcement are intuitive, highly perceptive, or something else entirely, they are still developing. Their brains are still forming. Their nervous systems are still wiring. And exposure to adult pain, adult violence, and adult responsibility carries weight. And when we watch children speak about past lives, whether those stories are spiritual, symbolic, cultural, or imaginative, the real question isn't, is it real? The real question is, are they safe? Are they grounded? Are they free to just be children?
Okay.
Because sometimes what looks mystical is survival. Sometimes what looks supernatural is a pattern recognition. And sometimes children are simply making in ways adults don't fully understand. Belief is powerful, but discernment is loving. We don't have to mock. We don't have to blindly accept. We can hold curiosity and caution at the same time. And if you were a child who carried too much awareness, who was raised for being gifted, well, who was praised for being gifted, but never protected, you were labeled instead of regulated. You deserve peace now.
Okay.
You deserve grounding now. And whether your childhood experiences were psychic, imaginative, or adaptive, your safety matters more than that story. Always, and until next time, cousins.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys next week for the season finale. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next Friday, 8:00.
Until next week, peace.
Damn.
Ooh.